front squats. So, as you guys all know, front squats very similar to the back squat. Rather than having the bar on your back, letting your back and your full body take the load, now we're going to be moving the barbell to your front rack position is what we like to call it. But for those that aren't familiar with it, it just means on the front part of your body. So typically, you rest that bar right up on the shoulders, using your hands to keep the bar in place, driving elbows up as high as you can. We get a lot of athletes that don't have that mobility in their arms to get up into the correct front rack position, allowing them to do a correct front squat. So that is why you typically will see guys that are crisscrossing their arms to keep the bar held in place. So this is a very, very, very hard movement, and it's very complicated, so make sure you're spending a lot of time practicing, knowing how to do it right, and then you can work on adding some weight and really getting into the nitty-gritty of it. But great movement. We have all of our athletes do this along with the back squat. So take a look. Any questions, let us know. But we're going to walk you guys through a couple reps right here. All right, guys. We're going to quickly demonstrate the front squat, how to do it, how to get it off the rack correctly, how to get in the correct position to do it. But what I really want you guys to work on and look at is the front rack position. Just the mere setup of the movement is very, very important. So the correct way to do this, guys, we want to make sure when you get set up in your front squat position, the first thing you do is you get that bar set up in the correct spot. And that means that it's sitting on top of my shoulders. I have my elbows high enough where it can set up what we call our front rack position. That bar will just sit there. That's ideally what we want. So, and that's, of course, again, if you have the mobility to do it. So, elbows wrap underneath, make sure your hands are even on the bar. Bar is sitting on my shoulders. My fingers are basically just holding it in place. I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to back away. And now I'm in the front squat position, guys. You'll notice again, my elbows are up. If I let go of this bar with my fingers, the bar is going to stay in position. That means I have my elbows in the correct spot. Okay, once that's set up, I'm going to make sure I sit on my feet just outside shoulders. Toes slightly pointed out. My elbows are high. I'm going to initiate the move by shoving my butt back, and right away my knees go slightly out. They don't need to go way out, but just slightly out. Elbows stay high, and I'm squatting all the way down. The crease just below my knees, and then I'm driving up through the ground, and I'm driving my elbows up with my body. That will keep my chest up as I stand tall. Okay? If I don't drive my elbows up, out of the hole, typically what will happen is my butt will go, my hips will shoot, my elbows will go down, that weight will pull my chest to the ground. So, elbows tall as you stand up. To re-rack, drive this thing into the rack, and slide down. It's that simple, guys, but you really need to make sure back stays straight, chest stays up, elbows are in good position, okay? That's the correct way to do it. For those that don't have the mobility to get your elbows up, the crisscross is kind of the substitute for it. Obviously, work on that mobility, but the crisscross is a good way to do it if you don't have it. That just means crisscrossing your hands, still sitting that bar on your shoulders, but crisscrossing your hands and your arms so that it can hold the barbell correctly in place and it's not going to move on you. Same motion, but back, knees slightly out. You're going to descend down the hip crease just below your knee, drive up, and drive your elbows up at the same time. Re-rack, same thing. Walking into the rack, drop it down. Okay guys, so that's the front squat. An amazing movement to work on speed, strength, even mobility in your hips, which a lot of guys don't have. So practice it, get the form down. Any questions, let us know. But stick around right now. We're going to quickly show you how to use the PVC pipe for a little mobility work. Alright guys, so we just finished talking about the front squat. A lot, like we mentioned, a lot of you guys don't have the mobility in your arms to get into this correct front rack position. For those of you that are crisscrossing to keep that bar in place, there's a little drill you can do. Piece of PVC pipe, which we've used for our wrist rollers, we've used for the deep hole PVC check positions. Get just a small piece of PVC. You're going to grip it in one hand, almost like a javelin, but on the back side of the javelin, okay? Dip it right behind or put it right behind your back so it's facing the ground, and then with that other arm, you're going to reach around the front of your body, and then you're going to pull this PVC up as high as you can. This will drive this arm to the ground behind you and really help you work on that mobility for that front rack position. Never, never, never get complacent with not having it. Work on it, get to that positioning, because in the end, it's going to help you get a little better, get stronger, get fitter, get faster, okay? So thanks for watching, guys. This is the front squat. Again, shoot us questions. You can shoot us a DM on Instagram or an email, but subscribe to our channel. Make sure you keep watching, and as always, keep up the great work. We'll see you guys soon.